We
Sorry,
are.
it's never normal when you count us down. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tales Entwined. The I actually don't know what we're called.
I think so.
Um, Probably. Tales Entwined, which is the current prequel to the current prequel to the current campaign of the amateur adventurers. I think we're
Sounds
doing
about right.
real good so far.
Mm-hmm. Good
I'm
Completely.
intro.
I'm Ricardo. I'm the DM and also uh, in this campaign I'm the DM. So I'm everybody, and part of that everybody is the character Brand, which is a High Genasi sorcerer. Yeah. Next we have Linnea.
Hi,
Oh,
I'm Linnea, or Linny, or whatever, actually. I'm playing Lillian. She's a human rogue. And yeah, here we are.
And next is me, I think. I'm Jojo or Yo-Yo, also not sure. Um, but I am playing Val, the half elf monk.
Yeah.
and our new
I'm
face.
Jochum, the newest addition, and you will get to hear about my character later.
Yeah. All right. So
Surprising.
yeah, we're going to meet who Yoham's character actually is in a little bit, but I'm quite excited. So what happened last session was Brand, Val, and Lillian had just gotten to the not yet glittering city of Montred, and took a little detour to essentially the suburbs, where it turns out Brand's parents and Lillian's parents are essentially neighbors. But while they were heading to Brand's parents, they stopped in at Lillian's parents because something seemed, I think it's fair to say, a little bit off, a little bit weird. Um, Turns out it wasn't as dramatic as like an end of season boss. It was more just sort of the magical equivalent of black mold. But black mold that's magical kind of beats the shit out of you sometimes. It was real rough, but everybody survived. We had a very lovely family reunion slash full house dinner with, and I think we ended with poor Val sitting alone outside,
Yeah, I forgot about
devastatingly
that.
realizing she doesn't
Oh,
have any family to celebrate with. So we kind of ended on a real bummer note, which is
yeah.
my favorite way to end a session. Uh, but we pick up this morning. Yep, sure. Morning. We pick up the next morning. You guys have already headed out, said your goodbyes to all of your assorted parents slash not parents. You guys headed off into the city, and Brand very specifically, having grown up in the city of Monjed and being the kind of person that he is, showed Val and Lillian, specifically Val, who had never been there or had been there yonkies years ago, around his favorite places, sort of dragging you through the city and very specifically, like, oh, this is the tree that I fell out once. And this is see that scorch mark on the side of the road there? That's where I created my first firebolt and accidentally burned something down, before the church
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
And
oh,
this
again.
is, and Bran, like, you spend the morning uh, pretty much being dragged around the city almost with your tour guide that is Bran, showing you all the different his favorite memories of the city, um, and also showing you some interesting things. You realize that there are quite a lot of these are not well tarred roads. You have your main road that leads pretty much through the border, through the toll gate. But other than that, all the roads are still very, very narrow. It feels almost a little bit claustrophobic, especially in the twilight of this place, in the shadow of this mountain. The buildings are quite close together, quite tall. tall, no glass just yet, so very tall stone buildings. However, like it almost feels as you're walking down some of the narrower alleyways, as if the buildings are encroaching on you. But Brand doesn't notice a single thing. He's literally walking with his typical confident stride. As soon as it gets a little dark, he just creates a little flame in his hand and continues talking as if nothing has happened. You can tell that Brand is well and truly used to this city. Um, but I mean, what do you guys do that morning as Brand is leading you around the city? What do you guys think Val and Lillian's reactions would be? Do you think Lillian would take them anyway? Do you think Val would latch onto anything? Yeah.
I think Val would wanna go to eat some pastry somewhere or like something sweet, because she has a real big sweet tooth.
Oh my god,
And
Lillian too. She would be excited. She would probably have like a favorite place where she's like, "Oh my god, there's this amazing bakery or something," and she's probably gonna take you there and like show you like her favorite pastry place or something.
cotton
I
candy
think
part 2.
quite literally at round about midday. So there's actually some light in the city. There's actually some sunshine happening. Brand sort of his momentum of tour guide sort of slows down enough for Lillian to get a word in. And Lillian, you start leading them to a place, a very, very small, unknown place that's been there for years and years and years. It's sort of like a mom and pop kind of joint. Uh, Makes little pastries, very bakery, like small, quaint little bakery, the kind of thing where you can smell it from the middle of the city. You can locate this place, but definitely not one of those big bustling bakeries. It's very much a small mom and pop joint. It's almost um, a secret haven. And I think as you approach, you get a little message in your head, and it's typical. It's a very familiar feeling to you. The mental touch of this message, because it's from the love of your life, Elena. She just says, if you get a chance, meet me at the bakery. I may have something interesting for you.
Ooh. Can
You do.
I talk back? I don't know how.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, she's instantly gonna be like, "Oh, that's actually perfect. We're on our way there. Meet you in a bit."
Weirdly enough, we're on our way there.
No response. So no response. You guys head to the bakery and you see next to this massive like tailor and fabric shop. You could actually see like a couple mannequins
Shopping?
outside with like. I don't know. Do you have money? Do you have money?
I still don't know.
You see this like a couple of very very beautiful dresses and like very well tailored suits and robes, sort of standing outside this massive fabric shop, like fabric shop and tailor, in a very strange like unfrequented part of the city. It's almost like uh, give me an intelligence check, the two of you.
Ew. I
Oh,
don't
Brand.
think I'm good
The
at
flat
intelligence.
one? Not
Yep.
anything else? God damn it.
No.
Oh,
Okay, give me a second.
Holy shit.
Oh,
No
wow.
way.
ain't no way.
No fucking way.
That's a natural
15.
20.
Crazy! The first roll of the night is a nat
That's
20.
insane.
Mine's a 15.
You know?
But still
I,
not
I
bad.
think that's
So.
a bad sign though.
Brand's
Yeah,
got
it's
a
probably
10.
gonna go
Probably.
downhill from here.
Especially
Um,
because I never roll well, so.
Yeah, she never rolls well.
Lillian, as you sort of approach, I mean, it's not even a like investigation or something. You walk up and you already know because you frequent the bakery that's right next door. You've always been interested in this place, and also you have a couple of years of shady deals under your belt. This fabric shop has never made an honest day's living. the owners of this place money launder. They
Mm.
use this fabric shop as a money launder establishment. That's why it's so big and so popular with
That's so
nobody
cool.
that's ever walked in.
Hmm.
So you can just file that in the back of your head. And on the other side of the bakery is almost like an industrial factory. You see quite a lot of spellcasters, like walking in and walking out, but very much blue collar workers. It looks like, low level spellcasters that have at their disposal a produce flame or a shocking grasp or very, very low level magic that they can put to use in very blue collar industrial places. Um, which I think Brand, yeah, as you guys are walking up, Brand's like, I've never noticed this bakery, but I used to work there. Like, my first job was in that fucking factory. It was
Damn.
wild.
Really?
And you've
Oh,
never
yeah.
been to this bakery? This is literally the best in the whole city.
No,
I'm so excited.
no. I have never known that there's a fucking bakery next door.
Well,
Ever.
I guess it's very
That's-
I mean-
underground.
it is very. Yeah, it
Again,
makes sense.
how does it? Okay, so let me just level with you guys real quick. I used to work there, and there's a bakery there.
Yeah.
I
How
know
did you
I'm
miss
not that clever. I don't know, Val. How did I miss that? I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed, and I really wish I hadn't brought it up. So,
Also, I didn't know you worked before I met you. I mean, I've never had a
You-
job. I've never had a job. I don't know how it, like, how you did you have to
how
work?
you work and make money to earn a living and grow up and live a life?
I don't know. I didn't really need to have money.
Lillian, please interact with Val because I actually oh, I actually find like someone turns around and like just walks off like 10 feet away and just like, sort of paces and like
It's okay. You will get a job one day, I guess.
I mean, I
How?
worked at an investigation kind of, but like it wasn't really paid or anything.
Yeah. How do you get
Live.
by?
Honestly, I think I rely on other people to help me.
Makes sense.
privileged.
Makes sense.
I think so. I don't know.
Anyway, I want some bakeries. I'm stressed. Val, you have actually upset me in a real way. I need some fucking
I didn't mean
pastries.
to. I swear.
I know
Let's
you never
get
mean to.
some
This is
sweets.
fantastic.
They always help.
And Bran sort of like very dramatically like bows to have you guys go in front of him.
Okay, I go in front of
Thank
them.
you. Oh, also, by the way,
And-
we're gonna meet Elena, my girlfriend, there. She has something to talk about.
Oh my god, that's so
Forgot to mention that.
exciting.
Yeah, super forgot to mention that as we walk in the door.
Well-
Lillian.
You would have known as soon as we met her. Like,
True.
you know?
Brand like, is about to step in and then just kind of like grabs you and pulls you back and is like, okay. So if I told you, hey, let's go to this very fun little place. I'm loving it. It's so fun. We're all having so much fun. Oh, also you're gonna meet somebody. No preparation whatsoever. How would you
Well,
feel?
I didn't plan on this. Like, she sent me a message saying that she is there and that she has something to tell me. And we were already on our way,
How
and you were
surprise
talking,
is it?
and everyone was talking, and I was like, well, okay. We're already on our way
Kind of
there.
eventually.
You guys have both upset me. I now need double pastries. I'm
It's
upset.
okay. The pastry will make up for it. I promise.
Yeah, surely.
Better. I'm not paying. Lillian,
Ah,
this one's on you.
Sure.
I don't know if I have money. I really don't know because nothing is in my inventory.
Well, I've got you. You know I've got you. I've always got you. I've got you since we met like 8 months ago. I got you. And then
I don't
whispers
know
to
what I'm
Lillian,
doing.
you got Val right. You got Val as well.
Yeah.
Because like I said,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
upset. That's fine.
Nice.
Yeah, sure. This
And
one's
he
on
just
me.
Brand just kind of like sulks in. As you guys enter, the building from the outside is very, very small. It's like this sort of red wood, red brick, very quaint sort of joint. But inside, there's very clearly some kind of magic happening because inside is a 3-story, almost like what is it? A 3-story deli.
Whoa.
Bottom is very much just the ordinary pick up and goes, like stop at the counter, purchase your pastries, and off you go. Second level is pretty much the like restaurant area, and third is where you get to. It's almost dinner and a show esque, where you get to watch these magical pastries being made. And when I say magical,
Ooh.
I mean they're made magically. I'm not saying that they are magical.
Oh.
But it's almost dinner and a show esque.
Nice.
But yeah, where do you guys head to? Nobody like as you walk in, nobody calls you. It's relatively empty because it is still quite unknown, and it's the middle of the day. So, but there's what they would define as a lunch rush.
Ooh.
So
I
there's a
can
fair few.
imagine that in our future prequels, it's gonna be like when the city is, when the city is like developed.
Oh
This
my
one's
god, it's gonna
like,
be a
really
chain or
big,
something.
like yeah, like or like a really like famous one that people like go to the city to go. Okay, I'm just imagining,
You know?
But I think Val would go look around and look for something fluffy and sweet looking.
Oh fuck, that's right. Val is like the perfect salesman, like perfect for any salesman.
Oh.
Oh no.
You literally walk. Val looks around. You look around and you notice all 3 stories because there's sort of a balcony situation happening. It's all very like warm tones, like deep warm wood. Um, the smell of baking bread and pastry and like just a little hint of sweetness from like all of the cakes and the cupcakes, like very much envelops you. And Val's eyes go wide. I think Brand kind of like nudges Lillian to be like, here we go. And Val, it's almost cartoon-esque the way you start gravitating towards one of the smells. If it were a cartoon, you'd been lifted up by the scent and floated across. Um,
I can see it.
and you come to this sort of like what are they called? Earth Genasi. But yes, an Earth Genasi woman. Um, but she's made of like this gleaming copper metal um, with well, I say strands, pretty much braids, like really, really long braids that almost look like um, cable. They're not, but they look like cable. You can see these like braids down her head and like hanging down almost towards her bum. And she has just like the warmest, kindest smile. And she says, "Hi! Oh my goodness, welcome. Are you looking for anything? How can I help?"
Oh, it smells so good. It Oh my god, everything smells so good. I I just want
Great.
something sweet and fluffy and something,
Uh,
you know?
how about okay. So let me just and she like goes and she like reaches out for you and she like holds your face. She's like, okay. I think I know exactly what you want. And she kind of like takes your hand and like leads you off into the shop. Lillian and Bran, Val is gone for the moment. She's gone to get
Yay.
fully sold. I think Brand also just kind of like still sulking, heads straight to the counter and immediately buys like 6 croissants and just starts plowing through them. Like he's sulk
Just
eating.
eating. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do, Lillian, as both your friends have just split off and gone into your favorite bakery?
I think with that, she would also just go to the counter and like get her usual like some I don't know, some sweet pastry and like a tea, and then go to their usuals. I would imagine Lillian and Elena probably have like a seat where they always sit, and probably she's gonna head up there expecting her to be there.
Yeah, there is on the second floor in the sort of restaurant deli area, um, off in the corner, as Lillian and Elena want to do, off in the corner, sort of watching everybody but not being seen. You head up, leaving Brand to his own stalking devices. I think you just mentioned like, cool, I'm going upstairs. When you calm down, whatever. uh, you head up the stairs and you see Elena sitting there with her vulture. Uh, don't know how the vulture got in, but the vulture's fucking there. And Elena's sitting. Her eyes sort of like light up as she stands up, and behind her you see her vulture with a hand of cards in its talons, and looking very devastated. You see Joachim, please introduce your character.
My name is Koth. I am a half elf bard. Yeah, that's who I am.
So you see Koth and Elena's vulture, who I think the vulture's name is Vulture. Like, I think that feels right to me.
Surely.
You
Yeah,
see
I
Vulture
don't
and,
actually know if
like,
he has a name.
So now it's Vulture.
well,
But now it's Vulture.
Vulture.
At least in
You
this
see
world.
Vulture with I don't know how a smug look on a vulture's face is, but very, very smug look. Fourth, I need you to roll a sleight of hand or an intelligence check. You can roll either one.
Okay, it's flat intelligence then, right?
Flat intelligence or sleight of hand.
I'll go for sleight of hand.
Cool. Roll well because the vulture rolled really fucking well.
23.
Ooh.
That is well. That is very good. Vulture looks extremely smug and like lays down pretty much a like I don't know poker, but like a clean sweep or whatever the fuck. Like perfect hand, but you can beat him. So
Ooh.
what do you do?
Get my cards and go, boom, gotcha! Finally, man. Holy fuck, that took me 4 games.
Vulture just kind of like squawks and then just like very slowly and very sulkily like takes this like gold chain that it has around its neck. It's just got so much of your fucking jewelry on it. Just takes this gold chain and just like slowly pulls it over its neck and then hands it to you.
Yes, yes. And
And
I yank it out. I'm like, oh.
you have to make another sleight of hand check.
That's a 13.
Oh, this is a 17. As you go to snatch it, he just kind of like drops it and it falls through your legs onto your feet in the table. Or on the floor.
I dive down immediately, try and grab it. Like, fuck!
you 100% bump your head on the table. You go down, and Vulture just kind of like squawks in laughter.
Like, oh.
This is all in the background, while Elena just like sort of stands up and she opens her hand and she like beckons you to come give her a hug.
Yeah, Lillian definitely. They haven't seen each other in a bit because like Lillian was on that trip, and no, I think they were together on that trip, but I think at some point she split up.
Yeah, been about a week, I would say.
Yeah, And that's probably pretty long for them. So she's definitely rushing over to give her. Well, she also has like her food and her drink in her hand, so but she's still rushing over to give her like a hug carefully to not like spill anything. And then I think she's like, who's your new friend over there?" Looking questioning at that guy in the background.
Is maybe a stretch, but definitely somebody useful. Somebody that owes me a favor.
Oh,
I thought you might. I mean, I thought you might find him useful. I don't know. I have
okay.
nothing to do. I have nothing for him to do. She like beckons to you, calls, and she's like, "I have nothing for you to do, but I do sort of. You owe me a favor. I don't need it because I have kind of everything I need and want." And just like hugs you, Lillian, just like very closely. Like, so I don't know. Lillian and her friends kind of do things. So you're useful. You're not great at gambling, but you're useful.
Are you sure we can't play a rematch?
Do you want your entire life to be indebted to me?
No, rather not. But I swear, I mean, I need the money. I can make it back. I can double it for us. I mean it. I mean, I heard in the next city, next town, there's more money to be had.
Oh, he's one of
Yeah,
those.
I don't think so. You've kind of bankrupted every town, and every town is kind of off to use a bit of a stretch. That makes it like you're some sort of like wanton villain, but you're not.
Okay,
You're just
but
good at hustling.
it's different this
Okay.
time, okay?
That's what
Yeah,
they all
it's
say.
always different this time. Is
Oh
it
boy.
Hey, is it different this time?
I mean, I swear I can make more money for us.
I have no doubt about that. But are you gonna steal it, or are you gonna actually make it back?
Can make more money for us.
Cool. Hence why I think he could be useful. He's really good at convincing people to give him their money, and not not great at
Hold
giving
on.
back. But that's fine.
It's not giving, it's investing, okay? You know, I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, making more money for us, like I'm saying, okay? But
He reminds me of Sparks. I swear.
So, hey, Lily, she just kind of whispers to you. He has a lot of schemes. He has a lot of, shall we say, investments. Don't buy into them, but they can come in very useful because I have no follow up to that. They could be useful, maybe.
Sure.
my
At
my
least
ego's rising a bit after that speech. I'm like, I'm getting smug a little bit. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's me.
He's like, I'm useful.
Yeah,
Yes.
I make
That's me.
investments.
as we sort of like cut away from this, we cut back to Val. You've been led to like a corner of the deli on the ground floor with just like, I mean, it's wall to wall fucking cakes, cupcakes, pastries, shit I can't even pronounce. Like there's
I'm looking
fucking
definitely for cloud bread. I don't know why, but she wants cloud bread. Like something like cloud bread.
make a perception
Okay.
or an investigation check. One of the two.
Let's see which one I want to make. um Definitely perception. I have an 18.
With an 18, you definitely find cloud bread, but in the name, it's way up there. It's a solid like 10 feet up.
It's,
Um,
I'm not that
but
tall.
you are a monk. You don't have to be that tall. You are a monk, and you could do wild shit because you are very young.
Uh-huh.
But the saleswoman just kind of like leads you over and says, "So, what would you like?" And just sort of like raises her hands and like gestures to everything around her.
Val looks like literally she does this look where she goes up and down like every single line on the wall. Like she goes like, wow, there's so much so many options. I really like. I can hear myself.
Ricardo, I
Ricardo.
think you're echoing.
But
Oh,
yeah,
please.
she goes. Um, she goes. I really like the fluffy bread up there. It's really high though. I don't know how do you get things from all the way up there?
Oh no,
What?
we
I
cannot hear
can't
you.
No,
Technical difficulties.
we always have those.
You shift into a different plane.
Yay.
We are great with technical difficulties. We love
Yeah.
those. Well, they
But-
love us. We don't love those. You know?
Yeah.
It's okay though.
Is he still here?
I think so. He's just laggy. I think his internet dropped a little bit. He is here. I can
He
see
is
him
here.
move.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
is not here.
and he
He's
is
not
not
here
here anymore.
That was
Very
Um,
shame. I
We
am
should
now
have-
part DM and brand and part
Oh my
quote.
god.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
Yes.
overlay kind of doesn't work
If you leave.
if you leave, but we could take a small break and see
Get a drink.
If you can
that
fix it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a small break.
Hold,
Be right
please. Hold,
back.
Intermission.
please. Okay, so
Okay.
Belle goes, how do you get the really, really high ones?
She kind of looks up, and her smile, her like very very big saleswoman smile, just kind of like fades for a bit, and she's like, "Oh, um, are you sure you wouldn't want one of these?" And she like gestures to the very ordinary pastries. You know, she's like, "Are you sure you wouldn't want one of
Well,
these?"
oh well, I could maybe, but I also really want the high, like the fluffy bread one.
You just sort of hear like a loud crunch as Brand comes up behind you, and he's like, "Fine, I've got you." And he like puts a hand on your shoulder and casts levitate on you,
Whoa!
and just takes a bite out of his croissant.
Whoa,
So
that's
you can
sick.
levitate up to
Do
10
I just
feet in
start
the air.
levitating?
Yeah.
Or okay. No wait, do I just start levitating or do I have to like activate it?
No. So you can with however you want move up to 10 feet up or down.
Ah.
You just can't move side to side.
Wow, okay. So Val just goes and like tries to reach for it, and it's basically like she's like jumping, like jumping, but then keeps floating up,
Mhm.
and
You
she
got
just
it.
can I just take it or do I have to like have a bag or something? She's like up
We've
there.
never actually gotten this. We've never actually gotten this far. Please. And she like turns around and just starts like like scrounging in like drawers, and she's like, don't go anywhere. I'll get you a bag very, very quickly. And she like turns and like sprints off.
She's like holding onto the like ledge of the shelf because she's scared to fall down. She's like, I don't know how long this lasts, Brand.
It'll last until I turn it off. You'll be fine. Also, you're a monk. You'll be fine. What are you gonna do? Fall on your face? Actually, probably. I'm downstairs. I'm down here. I will catch you.
Okay.
He takes another bite of the croissant. Like,
I kind of start floating more up because I don't know really how to control it. So she's like kind of sideways, like next to the shelf, still holding on to where the cloud bread is.
We see sort of Brand like croissant in his hand, just like taking a massive crunch, and we see Val almost entirely upside down, her blonde hair just hanging down, holding onto this ledge with this cloud, this like proper row of cloud bread, like within hand's reach.
Brent, how do
And then
I
you just,
like not float higher?
I don't know. I never use it. It's just a thing I can do.
Uh,
What do I need to float for?
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Please hurry, lady. Pretty lady or
You
something.
literally, you hear the like click clack of heels as a very stressed woman sort of like runs as professionally appropriate as she can back to you, just sort of like with you can literally see the like cords of her hair just sort of like like flowing out behind her as she's like coming with like bags and bags and bags. She's like, I don't know how I'm gonna get any of these over to you, but I've got bags.
Throw
And
them.
Brandon's
Just
like,
throw them.
she's like, okay, and she like throws one, and wind resistance, so it catches like 2 feet above her, and it just sort of like floating down again. And Brian's like, okay, it's fine, I've got this, got the magic for it. And he just like takes one of the bags. He actually takes I think like two of them, and just like catapults them, flings them towards you. So make a dexterity saving throw and then a dexterity check.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, sorry, you
Rolled
guys
a
do
nat-
it twice, by the way.
I rolled a nat
There's two
1
nat-
for the dexterity saving throw.
Cool. So make another dexterity saving
Still
throw.
an 8, but you know.
No, it's not. It's a nat one.
Okay, well, I rolled a 9 for the second one.
Why?
Cool. Cool. And now your dexterity checks.
Okay. Oh, wow, this one's good. My dexterity check is a 23.
Okay. Brand like catapults these bags towards you. The one sort of like hits you sort of on your side and like knocks the momentum off you as you're like sort of floating, and the other one like fully smacks you in the face, and in the like surprise you sort of like let go and start floating up, but with like a very, very quick reaction you reach out and try and grab anything, and you're currently floating up to the second floor balcony, but you've got two cloud breads in your hand, so
No bag, but 2
cool.
cloud.
Yep, you got two cloud breads. And Bran just kind of like looks at the lady. The lady is like horrified. She's like so stressed, and you're currently floating up to the second floor, the second balcony,
Help!
and Bran just
Help!
like
Help!
turns to her and he shrugs and he just starts heading towards the stairs. Lillian, make a perception check. Call to you, Al.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. Perception. Dirty 20.
27.
Cool.
Yo.
So both of you hear Val just saying, help, help, help. And Brand, you can literally hear the like slow footsteps of Brand just sort of like climbing. Brand is not stressed at all. He knows the magic is on, and also Val's young. She'll be fine. So yeah, the two of you see, you like turn as you hear the like help, help, help of Val, and you see her float like
She's
she's
still
just
upside
coming
down, kind of,
Yeah.
with 2 cloud breads in her hand.
Question: has Val taken a bite of one of the cloud breads?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's exactly right. That's the right answer. You have
Yes.
inspiration.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. What do you guys do?
I
She's like
turned to
munching
Lillian.
on. She's like, help, help, guys!
I turned to Lillian, I'm
Where's
like,
she going?
and I'm very confused. I look at Lillian, I'm like, aren't those your friends?
I think Lillian does not react to him. Can she go over there and like grab Val?
Val is just too far away. You'd have to like you can't just reach over the balcony and grab her. You're gonna have to do some like
Damn.
parkour if you want to.
Help!
Val is like busy floating past up to the 3rd floor. Brand apparently way better at the spell than thought. He's way better at the spell.
Way worse at the spell than she thought.
Can I do some
I love
parkour to grab her? Like some
I don't know, what do you
acrobatics
wanna
or
do?
something?
I don't know. Tell me what you want to do, and we'll make a roll about it.
I don't know. Like, can I climb onto the railing to get to her? Or is she like...
You can. It's gonna be a little bit dicey, but you definitely can climb onto the railing and try and grab her.
Okay.
So give me an acrobatics check.
Somehow, Val could definitely easily get out of this, but she does not think about it because she's in stress mode.
She's panicking and also eating. Vibes.
Yes,
That is a 22.
Priorities.
Yes. Yeah. Save
Cool.
me.
With
But I'm good at... I'm a
22
rogue. I'm good at acrobatics. That's why I was like, well, I have a
True.
+7. It's probably...
Question: do you think Lillian is a like flips kind of girl, or what kind of girl do you think she is? Do you think she's a parkour, like masculine parkour, or gymnastics parkour? Like street parkour or gymnastics parkour. What the fuck is masculine parkour? Excuse me,
I was I was like,
That's fucking weird.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't... No, I don't think Lillian ever did actual gymnastics, even though I think she would love it. I think it's more like street parkour because that's what she does on like the day-to-day basis.
Cool. Lillian, I think you you turn and you kind of like, oh shit, and hustle over. With a 22, you kind of start with the momentum of like, you use the tables in front of you to start building your momentum by like flinging yourself over them. You get to the railing, lift yourself over it, and with a like very deft sort of like movement of your feet, you like hook one of your feet in the railing and reach out and grab Val. And you know that you're gonna fall, right? You know that you're gonna like tip over, but how you're holding your foot, you sort of like grab her and use her floating as almost like a balloon, so that you got her. You're hooked onto the railing with the other, like with your other leg. Make a strength check with disadvantage.
Oh, she's not.
That's where that's gonna fail.
Oh no. No.
I don't think I
no.
need to roll a second time.
Net 1.
The second one is a nat 20? Are you fucking kidding me?
Man.
But the
Imagine
first
what
one
a
is a
net
2 and I have a -1, so it's a 1.
Cool. So
Yeah.
with that -1, you're holding Val, sort of like using it as like leverage. It was a very, very cool move. And then you try and start like pulling her, but you kind of skip leg day. So your foot kind of slips out, and now the two of you, like, you're no longer moving up, but you're not moving down, and the two of you just kind of like floating away from the balcony.
Lillian, I don't know if this is helping that much.
Well, I did not expect this.
Do you want
look,
do you want a piece? She offers her the cloud bread.
sure?
It's
How are
really
we
good.
gonna get over there or down or somewhere, you know?
Just try it. Just try it.
Can I look at Elaine
By
in the
this
meantime and
point-
be like, can I try and help out them? But first going to Elaine,
I
I'd be
think
like,
by this point, Quoth, you sort of like move over to the railing, and Bran sort of like comes up next to you, still biting his croissant. The two of you just kind of like staring at the two of them. Bran kind of like takes a bite, looks at you, shrugs, offers you the other croissant,
I'm
and
like,
is like,
yeah, thanks, man.
Can you do something? Because I can do something, but do you want to do something?
This is usual, isn't it?
Not for Lillian, but yes for Val.
Okay. They're gonna be fine, right?
Depends. What are you gonna do?
I mean, do we want to teach them a lesson?
No, I'm not in the habit of teaching my friends lessons, but
Okay. Well,
depends.
then we'll
Are
help
you
them
gonna?
out.
Are they gonna get hurt? I know that we.
No, I mean we can leave him up until like right before they're about to panic, and then we can start getting them off. You know, we can leave him here for like a solid
Do we hear this?
like
Do
minutes.
we hear this?
I'm making
I
sure
think
you
they're
hear
actually.
this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
Panicking?
Yeah. Panic has already happened.
Oh,
It's
you
already
seem kind
happened.
of relaxed though with your bread. It seems like you're just
The
hanging
bread
out.
is good. That is like the only thing that's keeping me
Okay.
grounded, ironically.
Okay. well, if
Grounded
I
is a
help you
very
out,
interesting word, though.
Can I get some of the bread if I help you out? Maybe.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I would have offered it to you
No,
anyways.
no. Fuck. You just hear in the back, like hearing the deal take place. It's just like, oh, okay. Well,
I'm like, wow, yeah, I'll take you up on the deal. Thank you. So I reach over and I try and grab, like slowly, like guide them back if I can.
You can't reach us.
you don't have to do
Oh, I can't reach them.
acrobatics.
Oh,
I mean, it's
hell
the same
yeah.
thing. Like Lillian also couldn't reach me. I think we're still in the same vicinity of distance.
Oh,
So
further out.
acrobatics check. It's good.
Yeah,
You're not going to be able to do parkour about it, so it's going to be a much higher DC, but
Oh.
less bad things if you fail.
Ooh.
Okay. Can I do anything else? No. Okay. I'll go for acrobatics.
I could just do something, but I also Brand could just like
Yeah.
do
Well,
something.
I look
magic.
at okay. Wait, can I look at Brand and be like, hey, Brand? No. Hey, we could also do it together. I can give you some of the bread if you want.
It's still
You're trying
my
to buy
bread,
me
though.
bread.
You made the deal already. No backsies.
I said I'd give you some.
You did make the deal, Val. Sorry. I mean, I don't know. I suppose if you're hanging on to them,
How does
you guys
Brand
would
know his
all
name?
now.
I mean, yeah, we can go for it.
Oh, sorry,
mean-
random guy.
Yeah. Before he gave me the croissant, and before he came around, like, turn around, hi, I'm Cloth, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Vibes.
When I got the croissant, too. Yeah, I
Nice.
think it's reasonable.
So,
You know.
if you hang on to them, you guys could probably float down.
Yeah.
I could
You
do
wanna-
something there.
Do you want to join us? Bit of an adventure, no? It's always exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Come on, kids and giggles.
I could do something else, but yeah, I kind of want to do this now. You've kind of convinced me. You're a
He's
good
good at just
salesman.
being insane. Yeah.
That's really fucking good. All right. I mean, listen. Are we gonna jump and try and reach them?
That does make it more fun, though. That is what I would call an adventure.
Cool. I'm into it.
You're into the adrenaline.
You first.
Me first? Okay, so I start back and I go, okay, here goes nothing. And I send it full sprint and I try and basically like a dolphin dive head forward to try and grab the leg of
Cool.
Val.
I think it's gonna have to be some kind of check, but you did say full sprint, so I don't think it's gonna be an acrobatics check. I think it's gonna have to be an athletics check.
Fuck. Okay.
Shit.
Okay. That's a 2.
Welcome into the club.
Oh no.
Cool. So you go, sprint, and just dive straight over the balcony. You completely miss Val and Lillian, and Bran's just like, oh fuck, okay, fine. And like he flings out his hand and he can't reach you, but he pulls you back and he casts Vortex Warp on you. And teleports you literally right back next to him. And he's like, that was a stupid idea. And then he
You're right.
pulls the other
Let's do it
hand,
again.
He's like,
reaches
next
out.
time.
No!
Next time for sure.
He literally goes and reaches. Actually, you know what? Make another athletics check. You've decided
Wait,
you're gonna do it again.
Can I
Do it again.
can I actually say when he says, but can I say, okay, your turn? Can I say that?
No, you
No,
have to
it's
make
not
it.
gonna
You
check.
have to make
Okay,
an
I'll go
athletics check.
again.
I need you to make an athletics check, 'cause I got the
Okay.
funniest shit possible.
Okay. Oh my god. I'll go again. Still athletics, right? Still the athletics. That's
Just
a
gonna dolphin dive.
14.
Okay.
Cool. So you go and you dive and you're like perfect trajectory. The issue is that as you ran and dove, Brand had already caused Vortex Warp, and as you're going to like grab onto Val and Lillian, Brand has already Vortex Warped them away, and you go sailing straight through where they used to be. So you're gonna have to make an acrobatics check,
Okay.
and Brand is gonna have to make some kind of reaction to like see if he's fast enough to cast fucking 3 spells in the space of 7 seconds.
Okay.
Val also has
So-
invented
Am I also allowed
that-
to just misty step back?
Oh, you can do that. That's
Yeah.
very slay.
I wanted to do that because I also have Misty Step.
Okay, so
Oh,
I'll just I'll,
Um,
Done that the whole time.
so I just misty step back. I just look around and I look confused because I'm like, where the fuck are they? And I just in panic I just
so yeah, you look. So what does your Misty Step look like? Is it literally you turn into dust, or what do you
No,
think your
it's
Misty?
basically I think similar. You know how Harry Potter has the when they warp it goes like a little vortex, like they rotate inwards. I basically like there's like a shifting plane almost. So I shift through the shifting plane. I basically as if you have 2 planes and basically they realign a different place. So I fall straight through planes, but I end up in a different plane in the back
Oh,
of
that's very cool. You literally so Val, you and Lillian, Bran like Vortex warps the 2 of you. He uses a like twin spell to get both of you in one spell. Grabs you, pulls you guys through. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. And as he grabs you, he's sort of holding you, Val, in his hand, and he dismisses the levitate, so both of you fall. And as he does that, you just see Quoth sort of like go sailing through the air exactly where you were supposed to be. And there's like, it almost feels like slow mo as you watch this guy about to fall, full fucking story. And then essentially, like Misty steps and plane shifts, and you see almost like a distortion of reality folding in on itself. And Quoth, I don't think you end up standing perfectly. I think though your momentum carries you, and you just kind of like
Yeah.
dive. Make a performance check for me.
Oh hell yeah!
I was gonna say that's probably a good one for him.
Oh, that's natural 20 to 30.
Nice.
You do. This is gonna show my age. Did you guys ever watch the first Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Not
Yes.
the one
Yes.
with
Yes.
Johnny Depp one. Cool.
Yes.
So that thing right at the beginning where Willy Wonka is like walking and he's old, and then he falls and flips and stands up straight. That's kind of what happens.
Cool.
Quoth sails through the air. Reality folds in around him. He shows up sort of like still in momentum, busy falling, rolls and stands up. Ta-da!
Oh,
But I turn around to you, Bran. I'm like, come on, man. I had him. I had it.
that was
You,
cool.
You guys are gonna be the death of me at some point.
It's really cool.
hey, Lillian.
Here, she offers
Lillian,
the
use-
guy
Oh,
bread.
thank you. And I quickly grab it.
I used
Oh.
like 4 spells just to get Val some bread.
You know, I
I need to
just
go.
realized
Yeah.
that I could have just Misty step back, but I couldn't think about it because I was so stressed, you know?
I just
Do you
saw
want some
Val
bread?
flying
She
away.
just gives him some bread. Like,
I'm just audibly laughing. I'm like, what the fuck?
I just
Brand like is
Brent, I'm sorry. I didn't think about it. Oh.
just turns around and walks away eating his bread. And you
Thank
can
you,
see
though.
the like you can see the bread starting to get toasted as he's trying to not produce flame in his hand. As he's like taking a bite, and every bite sounds crunchier and crunchier as his bread is currently being toasted, as he's trying to like control the frustration he's feeling. So yeah, Brad has walked away for a second. It's Val, Lillian, Quoth, and Elena. The 4 of you are all sort of standing while Bran sort of like toasts his bread and fumes.
Oof. I think he's a little upset. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
after
don't
that,
particularly blame him.
we should probably just have a seat for a moment. Okay, I need a tea.
Okay.
We can play some card games in the meantime.
You have lost so much already. Are you sure you want to lose more to the
Okay,
bird?
but who says we have to play for money? You know, there's also things we can do. You know, just in general. You know, we can owe each other favors. You know, what maybe in the future do something for each other.
No.
Like the favor you
Oh.
already owe us?
I mean, I owe Elena a favor. There's a very big difference.
Kind of the
so
same thing.
favor I am giving to the love of my life and my life partner is very specifically the favor that you owe me, you now owe her.
Hi.
Question?
Decide.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce myself yet. I was too busy, you know, saving you. a little bit.
Warping and stuff, yeah.
Though it wasn't necessary. But I'm Quoth. Nice to meet you. I am a bard by profession.
Oh.
Yeah,
I've never met a bard, I think.
probably for the better.
No, that's not true. I have actually been traveling with a bard for the past 8 months. I just forgot about it. You know, I'm just a little silly sometimes.
Just a little silly. Yeah, like floating in the air, kind of silly.
Yeah. I'm Val. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
I'm
meet
a
you,
monk.
Val. Oh,
Not by profession, but still.
you are the very first monk I met, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've traveled far and wide, but I've never met a proper monk. Because
I
most
follow
of
the
them
goddess of
decided to-
Saloon.
Who is that?
She's the goddess of the moon. Best goddess that exists, in my humble opinion.
Debatable, says Bran from like way back there.
So I
The
just
what?
go, gods exist?
They
No.
don't really.
Of course they do.
In
Like
this
what?
world, they don't really technically.
I've spoken to her before, so
And I look at her like a little bit worrying, like
he's like,
I'm like,
she's
yeah.
crazy.
I'm like, yeah, sure.
Bran
I
kind
mean,
of wanders back
magic
over.
exists. Why wouldn't gods exist?
I mean, that's a fair shout, but we can see magic. I can't see gods.
Well, I can though.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Yeah. She's really
Okay.
cool.
Okay, well, you seem like a nice
Bran-
person at least.
Thank
Bran
you.
walks
You also
over
seem like a
with
nice person.
tray. Bran
I'm like,
walks over
yeah.
with a tray with like tea and a bunch of pastries as you guys are having this talk, and he's like, "Let's have some tea and not talk about this anymore."
Lillian's already
and
sitting at her table, drinking her tea.
Val follows them and sits down as well.
I'll reluctantly follow because I feel like I'm being held hostage because I would have been first.
Because you are being held
But
hostage.
yeah, as Brand says that, Qual, do me a favor, make an insight check.
An insight?
Yeah.
That is a 23. Wow, I'm rolling good.
The conversation, very specifically about gods, when talking with Val, makes Brand extremely uncomfortable. Like,
Sick.
it makes him super uncomfortable and wants to get off of the topic as soon as possible. So that's something you can sort of just file away for later.
Okay, can I see if something specific triggered him in the conversation? Do I know that? Like some parts, or just gods?
Yeah, it is very specifically, I think with the 23, the specific discomfort on his face was triggered when Val was talking about her god. And yeah, that I think is all you know. As soon as Val started talking about her god, Brand got extremely uncomfortable and tried to steer the conversation swiftly away.
There's some history about this.
Yeah. You guys
Okay.
lead the way back to the table, and Brand like puts down all the drinks and whatever that he got, and he's like, "Okay, so lovely lunch, brunch, Lillian."
Oh, also nice to meet you, girlfriend of Lillian.
Nope, we've met her before.
Oh, we've met her before as well.
Woof. Woof, Val. So today's been a taxing day for you. You forgot about Mary. You forgot about Elena. That's.
Wow.
Isn't this
You don't
cloud
make
bread
a
fucking
very good first impression.
I don't know if this cloud bread's still good because she said she's never gone up there. So might be very overdue, but
food poisoning?
It
Brand
might
kinda, like,
be because it's
you
magical, you
process it.
know?
oh yeah, maybe it's magically like
Lawsuit?
Please don't take
Good.
down my favorite bakery.
Brand.
Yeah, alright, that's fair.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
fair. So, Lillian,
Mm-hmm.
Elena, is this literally just, hey, how's it going? Cool, let's have breakfast? Or are we here for a reason?
It was on my part, but then I guess Elena made a new friend who now owes me a favor.
And
guess.
what exactly do I
So-
owe the favor for?
Say that again?
That's not my business.
What exactly do
Oh.
I owe the favor for? What is the purpose of my favor? I would like
You don't get to bargain. Sorry, you offered me a favor. You don't get to tell me. You don't get to ask me what the favor is. I get to tell you when the favor. Well, Lillian gets to tell you what the favor is. I do, however, have a reason why I called you guys,
Oh.
and why I think your boy over here would be very useful. There's
I
something
mean, he
fucked
did
happening
almost
in the
save me
city.
and Lillian.
Yeah, almost being the operative word.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean,
no favors.
I can handle my own weight. Come on.
I'm actually not even going to dignify that with a response.
Okay. I'm a little bit offended by that. I'm like, no, it's like a little bit of side eye.
Side eye.
Yeah, so there is a reason. So something fucked up is happening in town. Don't really know what it is. But some of the people are acting really weird, and it's been very useful, I think, that it's been dark all the time. But okay, context. She literally like puts her hand and she's like, okay, context. About 3 nights ago, as I was okay, more context. Do you remember a week ago when I told you I'll meet you in the city? There's a job to do, that kind of thing. Remember
Yeah.
that? Okay. Yeah. So I didn't know what the mission was, but all I got was literally what I just told you, which is there's something fucked up happening in Monjet. Cool. Get there super quickly. So the poker game that I met Quoth at that he sold his fucking free will to me about.
Oh.
But you kind of missed this part because you may have gotten a little bit too deep in the source and had a bit of a nap. But there was a part of the evening in which how can I say this in the least gruesome way possible? Walked into a room that wasn't supposed to be as red as it was, and a lot of the liquids that were supposed to be inside a person were outside a person, but
That's never good.
Someone peed?
Were you in the hospital?
so Lillian, anyway,
Yeah.
there were also a lot more bodies than there should have been because, like, I've been in some scrapes and I kind of know the amount of blood that's supposed to be in a person. And I mean, there was a lot of blood outside of people, but there were more people than there was blood, which means there was a lot of blood that was kind of missing. And I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it was really weird. And apparently, this is not the first time this has happened. And Quaff, I think you kind of got lucky because you were super drunk and also passed the fuck out to everybody. I think kind of already thought you were dead. So you double owe me, actually, now that I think about it, because I won favor from you in a poker game and then proceeded to save your lives. I think that's double servitude.
You can't prove that?
You know what? Actually, I fucking can. And she kind of like does a little minor illusion and like recreates the scene, sort of like a camera recording kind of thing, but just a minor illusion. She's like, see?
Oh. You look really drunk.
I'm like, that's
Right?
not me.
That's not me. It's like clearly him. Everyone sees this. It's like, it looks very
Make a
much like
persuasion
you.
or a deception check. You don't need to tell us which one. Make
Okay.
one of the two.
Oh hell yes, it's a 26.
Cool. So whether he's telling the truth or lying, you two and Brand believe him.
It could just be a person that looks very similar to him.
That's what I mean. I probably wasn't even in the city. When did this happen?
Can I do an inside check on that?
You can do an insight check, but I think it's going to be disadvantage. He's very convincing.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm
But I
very
probably
good
don't
at.
even remember because I was drunk as well.
Oh, you know what? That's fucking fair. Cool. So it's not disadvantage.
Thank you, because that's a nat 20.
So happy.
Oh no.
That's a
Not a nat
28.
20 You've rolled 3 nat
Oh.
20s in this already.
These dice
You
love
have
me.
Are you telling the truth?
I mean, it might have been because I see it and I think it's me, but I'm not sure. So I'm kind of hoping it isn't me, and just trying to get my way out of there and be like, that's not me.
Can I
Well,
look at the image and see?
Well,
if it's
I'm not sure at this
really-
point. I'm not sure. I'm like sweating a little bit. I'm like, I don't think that's me.
This minor illusion unfortunately doesn't have the capability of zoom. It's sort of like a CCTV camera angle.
Hmm.
So it's like iffy quality, but like Elena's the one telling you it's him. So who are you gonna
Okay.
believe, right?
Yeah, so I don't really believe you. Sorry, don't know you. You seem like a drunk gambling addict, so I'm gonna believe my girlfriend.
Whoa! What?
Brand-
Why
Brand
are you
chooses, like-
why are you calling me that? What? I would never. Come on. I'm here in this fine establishment, just chatting with you guys. You know, I have not
Sounds
done
so
nothing wrong.
convenient.
I tried saving you guys, and you're accusing me of being like a criminal, basically?
Oh, I have no problem with criminals, you know?
Oh, okay, well, in
Um,
that case, sometimes on the weekends.
Okay.
Wait, you guys are criminals?
No,
You're
that
a
was
criminal.
No way, Val.
that was a joke, I say sarcastically.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. She starts like fake laughing because she didn't get the joke.
But I was a
Yeah,
joke. I was thinking this
that's
is
a good one though. Yeah.
Brand's just like his hands are fully like
Brent should be used to this by now, but he still is not.
yeah.
he just kind of like he's like I mean we've been hanging out for like 8 months. Like,
Yeah.
come on, Val.
Brent,
Lillian's a
what?
criminal.
Hey,
I
hey.
shouldn't
Well,
have. I'm so sorry.
I didn't know, like, not a criminal. Like, I think she just, like, she's just
Come on, you
really
almost.
smart and really stealthy, and she
Mm-hmm.
knows some cool spots. And
Mm-hmm.
I think she knows a lot of people.
And what does she do for a living?
Well, she's like a spy, right? But I don't think that's
Mm-hmm.
criminal.
See?
Is it?
All right, listen. I don't need to talk for the rest of this. I'm just gonna hang out here and let you guys sort of figure it out. Cause
I look at Elena and I go, I'm like, wow, is there really not anything else I can do for you instead of this?
sorry, man. You have more
No.
intel than I do on. Okay, so anyway,
Okay, yeah. What happened? What's going on?
Is
I
going
really
on?
don't. You can actually see that as Elena starts talking about this, she looks like visibly shaken. She's like, I actually don't know what properly happened, but like I said, there was a lot of blood, but there was definitely more bodies than there was blood. So, I mean, some of it's missing. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I kind of saved his ass and then tried to, you know, deal with it a bit, and then
Probably good.
came to say hi. Yeah,
Wait, when
but
was
this is
that?
like a week ago,
Okay.
just under a week ago. Like the night I got into the city is when this whole thing happened. But apparently, this isn't the first time it's happened in the city. But nobody's looking into it and nobody's investigating it.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Hence me talking to you guys. The thieves, the the guild is looking into it because it's super fun weird. Which is why I was sent there to sort of see what's cracking. I couldn't see what's cracking because the gambling stuff happened, and then he passed out, and then I went a wandering, a looking, a spying, and then found the room, got kind of freaked out, heard a couple of screams because it was sort of like towards the end of the night. It wasn't pleasurable screams, so I kind of booked it, kind of saw him moving, dragged him out, and then sort of like hid a bit because I don't know if anybody's chasing him. Sorry, quote that I keep talking about you like you're not here, but also I feel like you're just going to distract them.
No, that's fair. I'm starting. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I might have been there. I'm starting to remember I had a lot of laundry to do the next day, but now I remember why.
Mm.
Super duper convenient that you remember now when it's useful.
Oh, yeah, weird. Right?
Weird. So weird.
Okay, first of all, I'm very glad that you got out of there. Okay, like the. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
She's not gonna correct him.
I know. I just claim it as my own. I'm like, yeah, this I did. Yeah.
Brand fully like bursts in. Like Brand is having a pretty rough day so far. He just like starts losing it. He's dying.
Val literally thinks she was probably talking about both or both of them. So she's like, seems fair.
I think Lillian is just looking at her girlfriend, being like, "You sure he's useful, and we have to deal with him?"
I mean, honestly, yeah. Listen, honestly, yes, he is useful. He's just
Okay.
also a pain. Both
Okay,
things are
so
true.
she's turning to a quote. So what do you know? What do you remember?
Okay. Well, I don't remember being saved, first of all. Let's start with that, okay? I just want to make that clear. I think I could have
Sure.
saved that on my own.
Elena looks into the middle distance like she's in the office. She looks straight at a camera that's not there. Just kind of like,
Like breaking the fourth wall.
You can hear like
Literally.
laughter in the like a laughing track.
Yeah. But but me being quite honest, me talking about like, okay, well, that was also the night I came into the town, and I was tired from my travels, and I decided to have a drink or two or three, maybe four, but I swear it stopped at four.
Okay.
And I played some games, then I played some more games, and
But only 4.
some more games. No, but I think a fifth one was there as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think I remember actually.
Where was this, by the way?
Just a couple streets down. I think it's around the block, and like this is old.
Around
I'm
the
not sure what it is. It's like an old building, like where people just gather up. It's like I think there's like illegal parties and stuff happening, and just general things happening there. I have no idea. I just showed up. I heard it was a cool spot.
it is
Saw
a
it on
cool spot.
TripAdvisor.
It is actually a cool spot. Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
maybe do like a history check or something if you remember something?
Yeah, can I do some type of to
Yeah.
see if my hazy mind knows what I did in
Yes.
that evening? I
Make a
rolled
history check.
19.
Nice. With the 19, you know exactly what the spot is because you got there when you were sober. You know exactly where it is. You heard about this place from like as you were traveling into the city. One of the people that were just like sort of traveling with you for a little bit, like it wasn't a friend, it was just you happened to be traveling in the same direction, just said, "Hey, if you're into like some serious stuff, head over to this. It's sort of like uh, an old factory. It's still in operation, but like nobody goes to fucking work. It's very clearly another like shady business deal kind of situation. But because it's always empty, there's it's usually housed for like the kids go there, like teens go there, whatever, like catch on shit, drink, drugs, party, that kind of thing. But very specific, like that part is not. It's just a pain for the police. But in there, like in that building, there is an entrance into the tunnels underneath the city, and it's in those tunnels that the sort of like illegal gambling situation is taking like takes place semi regularly. It's not like a specific date or a specific time because then they get caught out, but the inner circle and casual invite, or not casual, but like secretive invites. They're sent there, but specifically through this warehouse. Like there are a number of other entrances. Lillian, you would know this. Brand also would know this. There's a number of different entrances into like the labyrinth and tunnels underneath the city, but you go in at different levels of the tunnels. You can get lost very easily. So like the way to get to this gambling like what is it called? Underground gambling then is through this building into the tunnels and then following some like basic directions to get to where this is. If you don't follow the directions, you can get lost very easily. Elena kind of says, "Yeah, so I didn't go through the warehouse, so I kind of got a bit lost. So I kind of had to go through the warehouse which was really gross. Like, hey babe, I don't know if you want kids. If you do, we're gonna need to have a conversation because I saw some real fucked up kids there, and I'm not into it. So like,
Yeah. No, not
cool,
no.
awesome. Just wanted to double check. Maybe not the time for us to have a relationship conversation in front of these people, but like, kids,
Like,
yeah,
no,
it was
I
wild.
agree. I agree. I agree. Fuck kids.
I
Nobody was talking to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. You were speaking about it in the open. I'm sorry. It seemed like an invitation.
Fran kind of like nudges you, Quaff, and is like, I also thought she was talking in the open. I also didn't realize, so like, don't worry about it.
See?
we had some really nice kids at our monastery though. Like there's really cute and sweet and nice kids.
That's the first.
I swear.
So anyway, I can show you guys to the place if you guys want to go there.
Thank you. Yes, I have. I kind of like stand up and like pulls you off to the side, Lillian. And she's like, listen, there are a couple of other leads on this. I can't go in there. I don't think I can handle it.
That's totally fine.
seen
I
some
would
fuck-
never. I would never like make you or anything. Like I'm glad you got out of there. And
She
it's
just like she like grabs you and like hugs you and holds you, and you can like feel her. Like, you've never seen her scared like this, but what she saw, the like trauma, I guess, of seeing that much like gruesome disregard for life, like properly shook her and she seen a lot. So
yeah.
yeah, she just like holds you like really, really tight and says that I'm not leaving you alone.
I'm gonna be okay.
I can guarantee you. Yeah,
I have
Quoth is.
these idiots around, you know?
Hey, listen, I can promise you, Quoth is sort of not there emotionally to be shaken by this kind of thing. So like, I don't know if he's a con artist or a sociopath or both, but like, makes him extremely useful in these situations. And also, he owes you a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good
So-
enough.
Yeah.
I probably
I'm
have
gonna
worked
follow
with
up
more annoying people, so I hope.
on.
So
Oh,
glad
God.
I'm so
Okay.
glad we don't hear this.
While you guys are having this conversation, Brand has kind of like struck up a conversation with you, Quath, about like card games, because I think you're probably trying to like talk him into some fucking card game, and he's just kind of like, Brand is you're a showman, right? You're a showman, you're a performer, it's your whole thing. Brand also a performer, but not in that way. Brand is very dramatic and loves to show off. So you start probably. I mean, I don't know. Do you do like card tricks and
Yes, I
sort
started
of
like rifle shuffling and throwing around and like doing like handsy flippy things. And I'm like, so have you ever played the card game Asshole? You know,
yeah, I have. And Brand, like, as you're busy talking, Brand uses an invisible mage hand and just like as you're like mid shuffle,
Yeah.
like collects all of the cards, pulls him over to his side. He starts doing it, and he starts like Brand is like an extremely magical person and uses it at every fucking opportunity. So like as he's busy shuffling, he sort of like lets the cards sort of like float around his head, and then shuffle themselves. Two of them like catch flame, but when the flame dies down, the cards are fine. Like the two of you are having a full-on fucking performance.
Val is just
as you-
stunned. She's like literally like shocked, like her face looks like she's seen a ghost or something. She's like she doesn't believe that this is happening.
can
She's
I
like,
try a
"Whoa."
magic trick while the cards are flipping around his head? Can I say pick a card that you see and try and do a magic trick with him?
Ooh, that's very slay. Yes, you can.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think that role would be? Do you think there'd be a role with that?
I think what I wanted to do is while he's spinning it, he picks a card. He picks a card, and then I mage hand and grab a card. And then I wanna, if possible, see if I can do like a sleight of hand or some sort of thing for a minor illusion to show him the card anyway that he was holding. Basically, like con him out of him believing that I'm holding his card. If that's
Okay,
possible.
you can do that. Do me a favor, make a deception check. Brand is going to make a check on his side that he did very well in.
Oh.
I rolled a 17.
Cool, that's not a
Yeah.
natural 20.
Do
So,
you roll a natural
What the
20?
fuck?
I
Oh
mean,
my
listen,
God.
Ew.
the biggest waste of a natural life
Yeah, true.
is you go and you do the minor illusion, and you like Brand says, "Cool, ace of spades." You go, you pull the minor illusion, and you're not looking at Brand because you're looking at the card. And when you look at Brand, his eyes aren't the like normal orange that they have been. They're like full flames, and he's like, "Don't try to con me." And he like pulls. He doesn't pull the card out of your hand. He pulls the illusion off of it, and he's like, "I'm literally made of magic," and he just like blows your illusion away as he casts magic.
I get
That's so
so I
cool.
give the guy like not made of fun apparently. Well, I give the card back.
Oh.
Alright, hey, listen, I'm made of fucking fun. And then I think he picks you up and he touches you and like casts levitate on you as he like pulls you, and you start to float, like not dramatically. You just start to
Okay.
float just like a little bit. He's like, "How's that for fun?"
But I don't think Bowser's just like, yeah, that's okay.
That's
Because I'm kind of used to just magic.
Oh, fucking performance
But
music.
I do feel a little bit like contested here. So I do feel a little bit like my ego's a little bit hurt. So that's why I'm like, oh, not fun. But I am just a little bit like, I'm like, I better drop this fast before I like get Elena mad. That's my main point.
Yeah, I actually very much like the visual of Elena and Lillian have this like very beautiful, intense, like emotional moment, and in the background it's just this, like fucking fireworks, sort of flames and explosions, and like a man just saw sort of like floating and just like not fully turning around, but like sort of floating, and Val just like big doe eyes, just like staring at the two of them. It's like, whoa. I think Brand is going to. Yeah, that's a 2. Brand goes and like as the card is like he's making them float and he's like throwing them towards you, and I think the performance sort of continues as you're busy floating. So then you catch the card and you do a like full shuffle while like half upside down, and then you fling them at him. Like you guys are just having fun with magic cards.
Can I then question for role playing sake? Like I close my eyes basically. I close my eyes to card returning and I flick a card and see if it's the ace of spades, the one that he picked.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
I think
That'd
that's
be so
literally what happens.
sick.
Someone flings it at you. You close your eyes. You grab one out, and you're like, "Is this your card?" And Brand's like, "That is a fucking good trick. You know what? That's a good trick."
That's
And Brand goes and like flicks a card, and devastatingly with a 2, he like flicks it at you, but it kind of misses as you're like turning. It misses you, and in the craziest sort of like sequence of events, it bounces off a chair, off the ceiling, and sort of like hits Lillian on the back of the head. Not hard at the card, but just like knocks you in the back of the head, and I think knocks you and Elena back into reality. And she's like this close to tears. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but I guess it was them.
It was them.
It's gonna be okay. Okay? You just go home, see your dad, just relax, and we got this. We're gonna figure out what the fuck is going on.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I might go see my dad. Might go say hi. I'll go pop in with your parents as well. And then
Yeah, they were asking about you. We were there last night, before we got into the city this morning.
okay. Yeah, I think I need to. I just need to ground myself a little bit.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of other leads. Like this is not. This isn't the first time something. Like I said, it's not the first time this has happened, right? That's fine. But there have also been very weird cases of people going missing, or people being declared dead and then going missing. It's I don't know what's happening, but this town is too deep in shadow to also be shady.
Ooh,
There's something
Yeah.
fucked up.
line.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
That's so
Put a bit on the
cool.
spot.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll follow up on some of these other leads, see if maybe all the dots connect.
Yeah, let me
yeah,
let
I
me know
can't-
if you hear anything more or anything. Or if you need anything. As always.
She kind of
you
like
know?
like takes your face in her hands and like puts her forehead against yours, and you feel that same sort of like feeling in your that like mental touch that is Elena's of her sending spells, and she just in your head just says, "I will be safe. I love you." And then
I love you.
she turns around.
Too.
No, continue.
Yeah, I love you too. And I will also make sure I'm safe.
She turns around. I think she walks past, kind of ignores Brand and Quath doing their sort of performance, and just kind of like as she walks past, just like pats Val on the back, like on the shoulder, but doesn't stop to say goodbye. Just heads downstairs, and by the time you get back to the table, Elena's already left. So, what do you guys do?
Lillian, they are so good at card tricks. It's incredible.
I felt that, yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
Quath
could
is
feel it?
halfway upside down levitating, by the way.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay.
I'm like halfway, and I'm like, I started whiffing. It's like, so I was like, so what's the plan?
So, if you guys could all get back to like the. Oh, there's a great German saying, but I don't know what's the English one for that. And if it would fit that well.
Go for it in German if it's your own like language.
Auf den Boden der Tatsachen zurückkommen.
Oh,
I
that
think
would be
would be
so
so
good.
good to go back to like the ground of things, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, let's all get grounded again, and we have a murder, missing person mystery to solve and fix. So, you know where this happened?
I think so. I can give it a shot, but I think I find it. Yeah.
So we should probably check that one out. Elena's gonna.
Now.
Does it not fit in your schedule right now, or
I still have the bread. Can I finish the bread at least before we head out? We still have brunch. You can't start an adventure on an empty stomach, okay? We have to at least be well fed.
This is not an adventure. This is people dying, people going missing. This is not a joke.
Well, no, but adventures aren't jokes either.
The way you talk about them, yours seem like they are.
Okay, that was not my intention. Let's say it like that. I'm just saying that before we start going out, wouldn't it be smart to be well fed, well prepared, instead of just rushing out and chasing dead bodies, as you're saying. I think
You can
that
eat on
is
the way.
It's okay. We almost finished it anyways.
I look helpless at you guys. I'm helpless at you guys. I'm like, because I can't say anything. I owe you a fucking favor. like,
It's okay. It's okay. We can grab another. Oh, you can grab another cloud bread maybe on the way. I see
I look
him
at
like
Bran
floating.
and I'm like, like, okay, let's go then. Like sad while I grab like 3 pastries and I start like slowly like turning around.
In
Yeah.
your levitating state.
As soon as you like right yourself and ends the spell so that you don't go crashing to the ground. And he's like, okay,
Let's go.
we should
Let's
probably. I mean, honestly, it's not like there's a lot of daylight, so we may as well go while the sun is not there.
I prefer the moon anyways.
I look at Bran just to check again.
Yeah, he feel again like when she mentions it. Make another insight check.
Which she does a lot.
Insight is 11.
Guilt. That's all you feel is guilt, or that's all you see is guilt. But it passes very quickly, and he's like, okay, it's. I mean, listen, if we're gonna get into a fight, I don't think we should go now. But if we can go see anything about it and run away, that would be huge for me.
What did you say? Can you repeat that? You were lagging out a little.
Bran says, listen, if we're gonna get into a fight, we should maybe rest. But I don't plan to get into a fight. I plan to be very sneaky. Yeah.
Do
So,
I do I know who like owns, like, from the explanation where this is? Do I know like who, like, what part of the underground city, I guess, owns that space?
No, and I think that stands out to you. That you don't know that this underground illegal gambling thing exists.
Okay.
You were surprised that it existed. You knew the kids fucking around in the warehouse was a thing because you used to do that. Brand used to do that, like very normal thing. But all of your years in the like in the guild and in the underground, that sort of thing, like you've never heard of this illegal gambling ring in your life. And I think that stands out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we should at least try to not get into any fights. I have no idea who owns that place. Like, who is it connected to? So yeah, we should be sneaky to get some information.
Would Quoth have any lead on that, knowing, like, do I have any knowledge of who invited me, who might be like the main person that invited, like welcomed me? Do I have any knowledge of that in some way?
All you have, I think you start checking your pockets. All you have is the flyer. Like it's a bit too informal to call it a flyer, but sort of like the quote unquote invite of the essentially like teen hangout, right? But underneath in like very, very scripty sort of calligraphy font is written how to get into the underground place and what the starting bet is. The starting bet is 500 gold, which was like almost the last of the match.
Yeah, that's why you broke.
But the starting bid was 500 gold pieces, and it gave you the instructions, but no formal invitation. But it was the kind of thing that you had to show, but not give when you get there.
Yeah. Okay. I give it to Lillian. I'm like, hey, this might help. Won't like be like have to like. I'm like, oh.
Here. Oh, okay. Can I don't know, look at it? I don't know. I don't think I will probably won't get anything more from that, but like
I don't know. Please, what would you be looking for?
I don't know. Like any symbol that is like looks very inconspicuous but like means something to me, or any, I don't know. I probably won't recognize like the handwriting or anything, but like something that might connect this to something I've seen before, or like some group I know.
All right, make an investigation check, and you can do it with advantage because Brand looks over it as well. like puts his hand on your shoulder, and you can feel his hand start to get warm as he casts detect magic, and he's also going to have information, but he's going to boost your investigation check.
I did roll 2 times the same thing, but that's 19.
Okay, with a 19, you you see the listen, I'm just gonna call it what it is, which is a fucking trance party. You see the trance party, the full invite. You see this like calligraphy font. What you do notice is that the ink of the writing is not black. It's sort of a dark, ruddy, muddy brown. With a 19, I think you know what it is, and it's not ink. It's not written in ink.
It's written in poop.
And yep, that's exactly it.
It.
In poop.
That's where my brain went, yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's where Val's brain would go.
Brand like reaches out and touches it. His eyes are little flames as he has his detect magic on, and he kind of like picks up the magic of it, and you can see sort of like almost like a pistachio green, like a very pale green, like wispy sort of film that he shakes off, and then he immediately casts a spell magic on it, and he's like, this piece of paper had a tracking spell on it, so I think whenever you're invited, you're in it
Whoa.
for life. He kind of turns to you, Quoth, and he says, on you too, and I can't spell that.
Can you repeat that?
It's on you too, and I can't dispel that.
Well,
Yo.
that's great, I guess.
They're after you, Quoth.
That's gonna be an issue.
I mean,
we could use it to our
they
advantage.
might not be after you. They might not be after you. They might just be able to track you if
Yeah.
you don't pay your debt, right?
Makes sense.
If you lose the debt,
I don't have
lose
debt.
Do you have a debt with them?
No,
That
I
I
don't.
know of.
How did you know? I mean,
Great.
no, I don't think I do. I mean, I bet responsibly.
I'm just gonna be totally honest. If you have, you're probably in big trouble. Because not just the dead bodies missing blood. This writing? That's blood. This is written in blood.
What?
Ah.
How do you write in blood?
Huh? Val?
Like, pens usually don't write in blood, right?
Okay, so about the debt, I mean, I might have a debt. Okay, let's but
What are you looking?
no, okay, so I might have just a tiny bit of debt. It's not bad. It's not bad, I swear.
General debt or debt with them specifically?
Both.
Okay. This is gonna
Like,
be an issue regarding sneaking in there. How much of a debt?
so they are after you.
That probably doesn't matter, right? A debt is a debt, right? I don't have to specify any amounts.
Well,
Brand is fully good. So, well, make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Let me check.
Wisdom saving.
That is 11.
He's such a wild card, I swear.
Brand looks at you, and then immediately turns to the rest of you and says, "He's in debt for 500 gold to these people."
500 gold.
It's literally the five. He played it. He won it. He bet it. He lost it. He drank. fast.
Oh.
Sorry, you were gonna talk a bunch of shit for a really long time, and I just needed to read your mind and move on.
I feel like a little bit like almost like not assaulted, but like you know, a little bit like
Yeah,
like ew, what the fuck?
Okay, so
honestly,
Brand, I told you that's
I
not
need to know
nice.
whether it's payback.
Can't just peer into other people's minds when you want to. Although it did bring
Thanks,
us some good information, so I guess.
Oh, how am I supposed to trust you now? Okay, come on, man. Like I'm almost getting a
how are
little
we
bit
supposed to
emotional. But,
trust
like,
you if you lie?
I didn't lie. I was just not saying the truth.
I
And-
think we can build on this, guys. I think this is actually good. Let's get all the like lies out in the first half of meeting each other, and then we know what we're getting at. You know.
So, I was going to follow up my reading your mind by saying I have 500 gold pieces. Well, I can ask my mom for 500 gold pieces because she has 500 gold pieces. I would have paid the debt so that you can get that tracking spell off of you.
I was
Is how I'm
thinking
gonna
along
follow
the
up.
same lines
That
because
sounds nice, but then I'm indebted to you. We could also play a game of cards, and if I win, I get your gold.
Nope.
If you win,
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You already are in debt to Lillian. I don't mind you being in debt to me because you seem like a fun guy to hang around with.
I
go,
think
yeah.
Lillian is looking
Great.
at Brad very like, is he? Very shocked.
Okay,
and
so
like,
Lillian, listen, you actually missed the dope shit we just
Yeah.
did, and Brand is kind of like minor
yeah, you
illusions
guys did
tackle.
not miss me though.
Based on that, I go to Brad. I'm like, hey, we could team up. You know, you and I together on card games, we unstoppable.
I actually can't listen to you because you will convince me, and now is not the time for you to convince me.
Maybe after we find them.
After we find
The-
whoever
the
kills these
evil
people and drains them of blood, I don't know.
It sounds
Ugh,
very
so gross.
weird. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so first, okay, hold on for the cool. Maybe we should get ourselves another cup of tea. I'm going to do a thing. We're gonna get 500
Yeah.
gold pieces in like 20 minutes, and then we can go straight and go and pay this back. And in the meantime, sort of hang out and see what's yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I was thinking. It could be an
Oh,
inn,
please.
and we could, yeah.
Brand just kind of like as you guys all sit down, Brand like swirls and creates sort of like a ball of fire in his hands, and then like almost like how when you put like soap on your hands and then go and wash your face with it.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of does that but with fire, and he's like, okay, cool. I just sent my mom sending. She will be back in about like 20 minutes. She doesn't mind giving me 500 gold pieces. She kind of owes me a
Wow.
little bit, so
You guys are rich.
nope, just hardworking.
Oh.
Yeah,
And I just go, yep.
nope. Yep, nope.
Hardworking. Hardworking or hardly working? No, I'm kidding. She doesn't say that, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
just have to
I
of it.
think you guys spend the next sort of like 20 minutes like getting to know each other, which we can dive into in the next episode. But like, you spend the next 20 minutes getting to know each other, and
So
Brand
where are you from?
like
Yes.
Yeah.
Brand disappears outside, gets the gold, like his mom gives him the gold. He comes back, and you guys head off. I think, Quoth, you're in the lead. You're like leading everybody through the city, and it's getting not just like dingier, but it's also getting like more forgotten as you head to this part of town. Like this was Old Town before Old Town, right? Like this used to be the center of commerce, and then another center of commerce started, and this one got forgotten, and then another center of commerce happened, and this was fully like abandoned. Um, you, I mean, you already know. You head in to this like massive sort of like stone and steel warehouse. Um, I mean, there's shit and like flyers and whatever strewn across the floor as these kids have just. I mean, they only come there to party and then leave, right? But it's almost eerie, the like massive dark empty space as you beeline cross it, head over to the entrance and head down into the labyrinth itself. I think that's where we're gonna end. Is you guys, you literally opening the door with this like massive, it's like massive steel door with this very very loud creak, and heading down into the darkness on these like stone stairs. The echoes of your footsteps reverberating around you. I think that's where we're gonna end.
Wow.
Yay!
So
Exciting. Okay.
bye y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
See you next time.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.